Bari91 Jet, please go back and read my question to Sam about back pain. I need help. I don't see it. Where's it at?
All right, somebody clip this. I already talked about this. Back pain has so many sources, possible sources. Clip this one. Cut the breathing out. Use smart transition. What's it called in Premiere? The smart blur transition?
Exposure blur?
No. Hey, Julian.
Yeah.
In Premiere, the transition that does the morph?
Yeah.
Morph cut. Right, okay. Yeah, do morph cuts. Cut the breathing out. Then clip this. Cut that breath out. Okay. There are so many different possible sources for back pain that if you look up online how to fix it, you're not going to get a straight answer because it can be caused by stress, it can be caused by an imbalance in your bone structure or your muscular tension on one side. There's like fucking many different things that can cause this. So if you look up how to fix it, you're going to find some guy who's fixed it 3 times out of 10 and thinks he knows how to fix it because he fixed it 3 times out of 10. So you got to fix it yourself. It's a long journey. Every morning when you wake up, you have to rededicate yourself to solving this problem, okay? You need a good bed. You could get a Medicline pillow. You need to get a variety of pillows to experiment with your sleeping posture. Cut that out. You need to make sure you have decent shoes or that you know how to walk, okay? Every girl I've ever met, even if they're 80 fucking pounds, walks around like this. Okay? If there's a chance that you're a man and you walk like that, you need to get some Brooks Beasts. Stop wearing these shoes that don't flex, Reebok clubs, the Gucci baskets are the worst pieces of shit I've ever put on my feet, etc. These types of things, okay? Good shoes. Make sure your gait is not all messed up, looking goofy ass, walking down the high school hallway looking like a clown, looking like a silly Billy clown, wide bow-legged like you're riding a horse, okay? Have somebody film you when you're walking from the front, behind, see if there's anything weird in your step, try to correct it. If you overpronate, try to walk on the blades of your feet. This is a long process. You're gonna have to clip this though. Get a massage, go to the sauna. Do not sit down all day. There's no way around it. If you're sitting down all day, you're gonna have back pain. There's no way to fix it. We've got Aeron chairs here. It doesn't matter. If you're sitting down all day, you're gonna get back pain. There's no chair that will help it. And least of all, a gamer chair. A gamer chair is a death sentence for your back, okay? You have to move because your back does not have a circulatory system in the same way that the rest of your body does. So to clear out the dead cartilage, scar tissue, just replenish the fluids. It needs a mechanical pumping action. You have to walk. You cannot be sitting down all day. Bed rest is also terrible if you have back pain. Look into that Vax-D thing. I haven't tried that yet, but it looks promising. It looks it's like traction. Traction does work. Back bubble works. Foundation training. Dr. Eric Goodman, I think is his name. He has a book on Amazon, foundation training. Also, just make sure that you're not in extreme flexion or what is it called when they're hunchbacked? Whatever. The 2 extreme degrees. A lot of people, if you're squatting, a lot of people will squat like this to like overcorrect. Don't do that, okay? Straight back means straight back. You got to film your squat form. What else? Your diet. If you have a gut, you're gonna have back pain. If you're pre-diabetic, you're gonna have back pain. You have to do something. Cut sugar out, whatever. Cut beer out, whatever. Beer's probably terrible. And then the last thing I can think of off the top of my head is inversion works. Just make sure you don't curl or move your spine like this while you're inverted, because when you're inverted, the discs are pulled apart and they're more vulnerable. So you want to be straight back when you're inverted and for a little while thereafter. Stop deadlifting and get if there's a. I mean, my biggest one for years was I had a girlfriend who made me have back pain just from talking to her. It was like I hated her that much. So if there's people around you that you hate that make your back tense up, get rid of them. That's all I have to say about that.
Hottest with the 15 Australian. Hey Sam, I'm looking to beef up this year. Planning on finding a gym, but just doing running and cardio at the moment. What would you recommend eating to put on mass / any nutrition advice?
I think to put on mass, you have to squat, and probably 5x5 is the best way to do that. And that's kind of tricky advice because squatting and deadlifting puts a lot of tax on your back. And I don't squat anymore, I don't deadlift anymore. But if I was trying to gain mass, I'd probably do that stuff. And also, if you can afford it, I would say, I mean, you should do this anyway, even if you can't afford it. Find a personal trainer who's like a powerlifting, a guy that knows what he's doing. Not CrossFit, not some other bullshit, but like powerlifting specific, who has a degree and all that shit in exercise, therapy, whatever. And have him do like 10 sessions spread out like once every 2 weeks just to review your form and make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself. That's pretty important. Even if you can't afford it, that's cheaper than paying for chiropractor and fixing your back later on. So I would say you really have to. You have to get a personal trainer. Just do 10 sessions, $100 a session, whatever, $1,000 total. Spread them out once every 2 weeks just to make sure that you're not fucking up your form, and that's well worth it. You got to do that. That's like car tires. You can't cheap out on that expense. You have to do it. So, yeah.